Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing some more MSQ. Kind of, I've been trying to work on crafting offline, but everywhere I need to go for crafting materials requires MSQ, and I can't get there yet. So I'm going to try and at least unlock that area. Anyway, let's get started here. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I really want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, I promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Fereljar will go to war and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Good morning, everyone. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring in more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pello pray for your victory will come on. The younger ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future's the second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Hadley, convinced that the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Moblu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yokoi ruled their village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well, then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with a piece of Tulliola on the line. And neither will I. We will make you Dawn servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Of course, the weaver, Bulnook, was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. I have to be up in the morning tomorrow. Okay, 6 o'clock. Ugh. I'm not gonna stream for very long then. Ah, I got stuck. Okay, good, I muted that. Oh, no, not Mountain Villa. This is the spot. After Bulnock talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ikflo's Inn. Most visitors to watch Pompello end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Yay, new location. Okay, yeah. None of these lead over there. You have to take a deliverable or something. Can I have that basket, Snowy? Yes, you may. Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bulnock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? But I promised you wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace and law is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace with the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A gun like that would easily fetch 5 pal. And the hunter's column. That's very generous, Bullnut. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Flared promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Snowy remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take a 500 pal poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Snowy, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erenville would never let me hear the end of it. All set? Our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade. That's great. Success! You traded a 100 pal basket of alpaca wool for a 500 pal wool poncho. That's fun! I like this. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than an emergency supply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho, and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. So, where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. Might be interested travelers. Who really needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamulja, who soldier for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have big shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Okay, let's see. Well, they are obviously carrying arms. This person's clothed. This one's got a weapon. This one's unclothed. Has no weapons. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. Oh there, friend. Not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine. Believe me, I was attacked by beasts on the way here, and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliolo, and was dressed quite smartly, all about it to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho! This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. Or one of your fine tools, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. The blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. Oh, from 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful. Fine garments such as this should put me on even footing with any fellow merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Meatblue's Mate Garden, the one whose field hands use hatchets to harvest the meat, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter. I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Meatblue's Mate Garden we go. Mate? Mate Garden? Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. Don't be a chicken now, Luke. These ones will be the calm type, right? I don't know. I like this. Success! You traded a 500 pel wool poncho for a 1,000 pel hatchet. Well done recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you've mind change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant. Which gloves are those? I think these gloves are needing. One more piece to this costume. Portraits, edit, save. Bob the String. Wook the Mott steals yourself for the ride to find your next trading partner. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mabaloo has so kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Yeah, alpaca ride. And it's off to the mate fields we go. Please don't spit, please don't spit. You'll be fine, these ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Tyrol? I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Wookwood, certainly a bidding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. To the highlands belong to the Yakoi. Cool. So, Moplu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work. No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'll be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. Cool. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ichlo's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Third Clovis? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too. You see, Tubley took me in, and we took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that Wuklamat's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. Let's meet Blue herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise, and let's go bargaining. That's not good reading. Take it in. Nose. You have that little axe for me? Yes, I do. Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. Meet me, Blue, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade, if you're interested. Well, the third promise. You might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan. The razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. Quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column. The same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the MSQ. If I may, Mistress Meatblue, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe including farming. And I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuklamat. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this, then? If we were to help regain your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Till Kiwanis reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mobley. Snow and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and glad you picked the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. That's one. Oh, mate, like yerba mate. Ooh. You've brought me some leaves then. Yep, 5 mate bundles. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Here, we've got our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I am prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate? Bought at the shop, 1 sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Mavlu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobley's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobley to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Turel's peace, and becoming Dawn's servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing. and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobley held the same opinion. So, talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry what he might say. Thank you for your advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next, then? We try to trade our tea leaves with something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kawana and Zolja? I mean, of course I am. I'm Rook Lamont of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Success. You traded 1,000 pel hatchet for a 5,000 pel sack of top grade mate leaves. Ah, advantage of 10. Premium deal. Rook Lamont has her eye on a jug of premium mezcal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Eleven's points. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. Yay, distillery! Onwards. More pets? Hey, why don't you go sit on the bed? Okay. Oh, hey, there's a quest up here. Hold on. Let me look and pick it up. Hopefully. Hopefully is in need of a tea tester. Hello there. I hear you're a traveler from across the salt. Just the person I need to assist me. I wish to expand trade beyond the borders of Tural, and so I've been planning to export mate tea. The problem, however, is mate's reputation for being something of an acquired taste. My solution was to blend mate leaves with some of our local specialties, and your foreign palate would be perfect to test them. One of our brewers has already prepared a batch in the relaxation area. Why not go and speak with her? Okay. Don't mind if I do. Ah, you must be the one here to try our new blends. I've prepared 3 for you to sample. I believe there's nothing more telling than the expression one makes when they sip their first cup of an unfamiliar tea. So go on, have a taste, but please stay where I can see you. Fruity blend, rich blend, earthy blend. You taste a hint of acidity, perhaps citrus. It complements the naturally mellow mate tea well, serving to create a soothing mixture. Notes of honey and vanilla tickle your tongue. A delightful blend, it may very well have been wide appeal in Eorzea and beyond. You detect a light bitterness behind the full-bodied earthy flavor of this blend. It's quite unique, but will surely have its admirers. I could see from your expressions how much you enjoyed each of the blends. As the one who personally brewed them, I am truly honored. If you have a favorite among the selection, please let Povely know. You're back. I take it you've tried each of the blends? Tell me, which one was your favorite? The fruity blend. I like fruit. I'm thrilled you liked it. I thought perhaps people would enjoy something with a more refreshing flavor, so we tried mixing in fruits from Yakta. Your perspective has been a great help, my friend. I thank you for your assistance. Though mate tea can be found anywhere in Thrall, there's no guarantee that it will enjoy the same popularity in foreign lands. We must experiment and innovate if we're to capture new markets. We will. $6.45. Let's see. 640, 645. Will wants to speak with a man by the name of Gobley. Even among his fellow distillers, he is regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. And if you could talk to people here in the distillery, Snowy, perhaps Wolf the Monk could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Me, I'm a chef from Tuliolo. I often come here to buy Gobley's mezcal, the finest in Tulao, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It would be nice to have less, potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. There's not much I can say about Gobley, but I can tell you what Gobley's been saying. The other day, he was muttering about monsters prowling around agave jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't likely bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Goblin might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he has been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of the sunbridge. I think I'll hop up to 14 after this quest. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wooklamot. What can I get at the gemstone trading guild? Oh, so this is where I can get the level hides. I have 8. So many stars. Supposed to be going? Oh, there's a path. You have business with me, madam? Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 30-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though. It doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have a use for them. No deal, just like that. Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? The Hupiko chef's distaste for strong drink. Sure doesn't like it. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hupiko chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Huber girlfriend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to cull the monsters causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the Rite of Succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring the distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes, I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity, if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok's Runeside. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnock, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolal. As a supporter of Lamont and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in agave jars? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. All right, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and Snowy and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnock. The field you're looking for are just north of Washington below. Be safe. Yeah, I get to beat stuff up. What time? Yeah, it's a shorter shift. Steve Lou's counting down the days until she can resume trade as normal. Ah, you must be the artisan from Tuliolal. You're right on time. The damage the caravan sustained from the storm must be evaluated as soon as possible, so I must ask you to begin your inspection immediately. I am sure you know this well enough, but be sure to check whether any of the flames have been cracked, the canopy is ripped, or the balloons on either side punctured. We cannot move the caravans until we know they are safe. Have care while inspecting the caravans. You'll find caravans stopped throughout the settlement. You need but inform me when you've finished. You notice water pooling in the caravan's interior. If it is not removed swiftly, the flying's integrity may be compromised. Okay, well, I think I might actually hop off for the night. Because I do have work in the morning. And I do not want to be tired all day. So let me put my character to bed. Thank you all for watching, and let me just lead you over to someone. I'm not sure who yet, but we'll see. No. Picto. What's she doing? No MSQ. Actually, I think I'll just end the stream. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.